The enduring rivalry between the Comanche and Apache tribes represents a compelling chapter in the history of Native American cultures. These two tribes, known for their military prowess, resourcefulness, and deep connection to their environment, exemplify the dynamic interplay between innovation and tradition in the face of relentless challenges. While the Apache initially reigned supreme across vast territories, the Comanche emerged as a formidable force, transforming warfare and tribal dynamics through their mastery of the horse. This tale is not just about battles, but also about survival, alliances, and the resilience of cultural identity. For centuries, the Apache dominated the southwestern United States, leveraging their deep knowledge of the land to build a robust, adaptive society. They thrived in diverse terrains, from rugged mountains to arid deserts, and their ability to live off the land made them formidable opponents. The Apache's survival skills were unmatched, enabling them to navigate harsh environments with ease. Their farming communities were centers of sustenance and culture, blending agriculture with hunting and gathering. The Apache's military tactics were deeply rooted in their intimate understanding of the terrain. Guerrilla warfare, ambushes, and strategic retreats into mountains allowed them to outmaneuver larger, less adaptable forces. Leaders like Geronimo exemplified their defiance and resourcefulness, using the landscape to trap enemies and protect their people. Their ability to unite smaller factions during critical moments of conflict allowed the Apache to hold their ground for centuries, creating a legacy of strength and resilience that became a hallmark of their identity. The Apache's cultural framework, which emphasized community and adaptability, enabled them to endure the pressures of intertribal and external conflicts, reinforcing their status as dominant players in the region for generations. The Comanche, originally a branch of the Shoshone people, began their migration onto the southern Great Plains in the early 18th century. Initially, they were seen as a minor threat by the Apache, who considered themselves the masters of the plains. However, the introduction of the horse radically transformed the Comanche society and their approach to warfare. For the Comanche, the horse was not merely a tool. It became an extension of their identity and a catalyst for innovation. By mastering horsemanship, the Comanche revolutionized warfare. They developed new tactics, utilizing speed, agility, and precision to outmaneuver their enemies. Unlike many tribes who used horses primarily for transport, the Comanche integrated them into every aspect of their military strategy. Their warriors were known for their unparalleled skill in shooting arrows, while riding at full gallop, often striking fear into the hearts of their adversaries. The Comanche's swift adaptation to horse culture allowed them to establish dominance over vast expanses of open plains, giving them a significant strategic advantage over their rivals. The transformation of the Comanche into a formidable military power was not merely about tactics. It was also a cultural shift. The horse became central to their way of life, influencing everything from their economy to their social structure. By embracing this newfound mobility and power, the Comanche began to challenge the established dominance of the Apache, setting the stage for one of the most intense rivalries in Native American history. Their rise to power also highlighted their ability to unify their society around shared goals, creating a sense of cohesion and purpose that amplified their effectiveness in both war and diplomacy. The rivalry between the Comanche and Apache was marked by intense battles and deep-seated animosity. The Comanche's rise challenged the Apache's dominance, leading to a century-long struggle for control of the plains. Each tribe adapted its strategies to counter the Uda's strengths. While the Apache excelled in mountainous terrain, the Comanche dominated the open plains, with their superior mobility. The Apaches' farming-based settlements, once a source of strength, became vulnerabilities during the conflict. The Comanche, as nomadic warriors, had no permanent settlements to defend, allowing them to focus entirely on offensive strategy. They targeted Apache villages, destroying food supplies, killing livestock, and capturing women and children. These raids destabilized the Apache and eroded their ability to sustain prolonged conflict. In many cases, Apache communities found themselves displaced, forced to seek refuge in less hospitable regions where survival became even more challenging. In contrast, the Apache relied on their intimate knowledge of rugged terrains to launch counterattacks. They lured Comanche forces into canyons and ambushed them, turning the tide of individual skirmishes. A Chiricahua Apache once recounted, "If they could catch us in the open, we were done for, but usually we could lead them into canyons where we took what they had." These battles often involved intricate strategies, where terrain became both a weapon and a shield, showcasing the Apache's adaptability and resourcefulness. Each clash represented a broader struggle for survival, with both tribes leveraging every resource at their disposal to maintain their way of life. The rivalry was not fought in isolation. External forces played a pivotal role in shaping its trajectory. The Comanche's alliances with European powers, particularly the French and Spanish, gave them a significant edge. These alliances provided the Comanche with firearms and other goods, enhancing their military capabilities. In return, the Comanche traded horses and captives, creating a thriving network of commerce and mutual benefit. These relationships enabled the Comanche to secure a steady flow of advanced weaponry, positioning them as one of the most formidable powers in the region. The Apache, on the other hand, struggled to access European weapons and supplies. Geographical isolation and rivalries with neighboring tribes limited their ability to forge similar alliances. The Comanche-Wichita-Caddo alliance further restricted Apache access to European gun suppliers, leaving them in a precarious position. The resulting imbalance in weaponry and resources further tilted the scales in favor of the Comanche, intensifying the conflict. The Spanish, acting as influential kingmakers, added another layer of complexity. Initially, the Apache sought Spanish protection against the Comanche. However, internal divisions within the Apache tribes weakened their ability to present a unified front. The Comanche capitalized on this fragmentation, solidifying their dominance through calculated alliances with the Spanish. This culminated in a joint campaign against the Apache, driving them further south and diminishing their territorial control. The Spanish-Comanche alliance was emblematic of how external forces could dramatically alter the balance of power between native tribes. These alliances not only reshaped the dynamics of intertribal warfare, but also introduced new challenges, as both tribes had to navigate the complexities of dealing with European powers and their competing interests. The Comanche's military tactics were a blend of guerrilla warfare and large-scale assaults, making them unpredictable and devastating. They innovated on the battlefield, combining ambushes with frontal attacks to overwhelm their opponents. Their horsemanship provided a strategic advantage, enabling them to dictate the terms of engagement. The speed and precision of their attacks often left their enemies with little time to mount a defense, allowing the Comanche to strike with devastating effect. Raiding was another cornerstone of Comanche strategy. They didn't just raid for resources. They aimed to destabilize their enemies. By targeting Apache food stores, livestock, and settlements, the Comanche systematically weakened their rivals. Enslaving women and children further bolstered their strength, as captives were integrated into Comanche society, contributing to their population and workforce. The ability to assimilate captives into their community not only expanded their numbers, but also reinforced their dominance over rival tribes. The Apache, despite their disadvantages, displayed remarkable resilience. They adapted their tactics to exploit their strengths in rugged terrains, using hit-and-run attacks and ambushes to counter the Comanche's mobility. Their knowledge of the landscape allowed them to evade capture and launch surprise assaults, prolonging their resistance. The Apache's ability to improvise and adapt under pressure was a testament to their determination to protect their way of life against overwhelming odds. Over time, these tactical innovations became embedded in their cultural memory, influencing their strategies in future conflicts. The geography of the southern Great Plains played a decisive role in the conflict. The open plains were tailor-made for Comanche-style warfare, offering vast expanses where their horsemanship could shine. In contrast, the mountains and canyons favored the Apache, who used the rugged terrain to their advantage. This geographical divide created a dynamic battlefield, with each tribe leveraging the terrain to counter the other's strengths. Battles often shifted between plains and mountains, reflecting the interplay between mobility and strategic position. Each skirmish left an indelible mark on the landscape, shaping the history of the region. The ability of both tribes to adapt their tactics to their environment underscored the critical role of geography in determining the outcome of their clashes. Geography not only influenced the strategies employed, but also shaped the cultural identities of both tribes, with the Apache's rugged resilience and the Comanche's swift mobility becoming defining characteristics of their respective legacies. The Apache's decline can be attributed to a combination of internal and external factors. The fragmentation of their society, coupled with relentless Comanche raids, eroded their ability to resist effectively. Their reliance on farming became a liability in the face of nomadic warfare, as they struggled to defend their settlements and sustain their populations. The Spanish-Comanche alliance further exacerbated the Apache's plight. Joint campaigns against the Apache forced them to retreat into less hospitable territories, diminishing their access to resources. The alliance also disrupted Apache trade networks, isolating them from potential sources of support. As the Apache faced increasing pressure from both their rivals and European settlers, their ability to maintain their traditional way of life became increasingly strained. Despite these challenges, the Apache's resilience remained unwavering. Leaders like Geronimo continued to fight for their people's survival, embodying the indomitable spirit of their tribe. Their resistance became a symbol of defiance against overwhelming odds, leaving a lasting legacy in Native American history. The story of their struggle serves as a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made to preserve cultural identity in the face of relentless adversity. Through their trials, the Apache demonstrated an unyielding commitment to their traditions, inspiring future generations to honor and protect their heritage. Today, the Apache and Comanche tribes continue to preserve their cultural identities, ensuring that the stories of their ancestors endure. The Apache's deep connection to the land and their traditions remain central to their way of life. Similarly, the Comanche celebrate their heritage, honoring the legacy of their horsemanship and military prowess. The rivalry between these two tribes is a testament to the complexities of adaptation and survival. It highlights the ingenuity and resilience required to navigate the challenges of a rapidly changing world. While the battles have long since ended, the cultural legacies of the Apache and Comanche live on, serving as a reminder of their enduring spirit. The historical lessons embedded in their stories continue to inspire future generations, ensuring that the rich tapestry of Native American heritage remains vibrant and celebrated. Their resilience and determination serve as powerful symbols of what it means to adapt, endure, and thrive in the face of adversity. The Comanche-Apache rivalry is more than a story of conflict. It is a narrative of innovation, resilience, and the unyielding pursuit of survival. Both tribes exemplified the ability to adapt to changing circumstances, using their unique strengths to overcome formidable challenges. Their tales of triumph and struggle continue to inspire, offering valuable insights into the enduring power of tradition and cultural identity. By examining their histories, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of human resilience and the profound impact of cultural heritage on shaping the present and future. Through their stories, we are reminded of the importance of preserving the past to enrich the journey forward.